Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video for the how-to series from Final Round, which is always correct, never wrong, 100% success rate, is I got Zach with Godzilla King of the Monsters, our resident King of the Monsters expert, because, yeah man, I've played this guy once in my entire life, because
You should try it. He's very fun.
I bet he is, but he's totally, like, not my play style, right? Like, I am not the... I guess like in a post-City Rampage errata world, maybe he is my style now, right? Like,
Nah, that doesn't
it
matter.
doesn't matter anymore. Oh wow, okay. So just for preface,
I'm here to tell you that errata did not make
man,
this character bad.
hell yeah. So just to preface this, as of recording, City Rampage has been errated to a new form ability with a momentum, whatever. That goes in effect the week of Chicago. So as the video comes out before Chicago, which is talking about post errata City Rampage. So what does my first question? Because I'm actually figuring out how to. Unlike the me, you, and Tim episode, where we were just throwing shit at a wall. I have kind of have a structure now.
Oh,
How I
excellent. We
try,
love
I try. I know
okay, yeah.
structure is good in my life. What does a what does a King of the Monsters deck look like, other than a pile of cards and Godzilla slap on top of it? Like, what's its theme? Like, what kind of like attacks are you looking for before we get into the strengths of the deck?
So I think there are two big ways to play the deck,
Okay.
and it depends on what symbol you're going to pick. So the chaos versions in the new format. So I'm not talking about George's Worlds list,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because a lot of those cards have rotated.
Mhm.
But the new format, the chaos list is all cantrips. You're looking to just draw as many cards as possible
Okay.
because failing checks is pretty hard. You
Yeah.
can do it. You can extend too hard, check too many threes, and fail.
Mm.
But for the most part, you're only limited in playing attacks by how many momentum you have and how many attacks you have in hand.
Okay. Okay.
Um, the other version is the Earth version. That is a little more reliant on actually just drawing the attacks to start with,
Okay.
but every attack goes +1 or +2 on resources
Oh,
from like a
okay.
stage or check perspective.
Okay. Okay.
Um, so you have your fearsome transformations and your stuff like that to draw
Mhm.
cards,
Mhm.
but in the chaos version, I have been a huge fan. Obviously, Walk the Dog is a staple. It has been for its
Yeah.
entire life cycle.
Yeah.
Smashing Stomp has been a staple in Godzilla. It goes +1. It draws a card if it hits. And then with Reign of Kaiju, the Godzilla set, we got Jet Uppercut,
Oh yeah.
which
Yeah.
seems pretty innocuous on face. It's a 5-low-3. It stuffs some cards to the bottom of your deck.
Mhm.
Um, but the big thing is, if the check was modified, you draw a card.
Yeah.
And so between that, Walk the Dog, Smashing Stomp, you have 12 cantrips in your
Yeah.
attacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you round it out with Determined Advanced. And
Mhm.
then you have kind of a flex spot on the
Okay.
Chaos one.
Okay.
Um, I've been playing Corona Beam
Okay.
because it's a like point and click
Sure.
foundation answer.
Mhm.
Um, and so you have a little bit of flexibility there, but the kind of the core
Yeah.
16, I would say, attacks
Okay.
are pretty locked in just because
Yeah.
they draw a card
Okay.
and are determined advance.
Yeah, and our determined advance is a really good qualifier. I do want to go back to Jet Uppercut real quick. You say it's 3 damage. That card's really like a 10 damage cantrip in that in this deck, right? Like you start off at 5 for 6, and then you put 4 to the bottom. Like it's super huge. It just has like a deadlock as well on it, I believe. I want to say it may
It
have a
has Deadlock Stun
stun
too.
2 on it. Yeah, so it's a very good
Yeah,
it's a good Punisher in a deck that I don't remember if Godzilla's ever had like straight deadlock punish other than I'm gonna reset the board, right? Like
most of them have been playing. What is the card? Undercover
oh
Infiltration.
yeah, yeah, flip
Um,
flip
I
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe George was playing that in his
Okay.
Worlds list,
Sure.
but he was opting for Fight for the Truth
Oh,
instead, which
sure.
has a deadlock. That one also has a deadlock ability.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
he kind of flipped around
Sure.
what deadlock ability he wanted. Um, but yeah, you don't my games were never going to deadlock because I was playing this Chaos deck with City Rampage.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
Yes. Yeah.
if I did every once in a while, I would struggle. It happened, I think, twice at the LC at Mighty Meeple,
Okay.
where I checked like 17 attacks over the
Oof.
course of 3 turns.
Ugh.
Like turn 2 and 3, I just checked them all, and so I had to go to cycle.
Yeah.
But I had played 2 jet uppercuts in that time, and so the bottom 8 cards of my deck were dead.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So there can be a little bit of drawback to that, where like if you stack the bottom 8 cards of your deck and you don't kill them,
Mm-hmm.
you are drawing dead for a little bit.
Yeah.
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 But that it's such like a little piece, right? Because you're right, it's a 5 low 10 if you are gonna stay on City Rampage post errata.
Yeah.
Which I think some versions will.
Mm-hmm.
It can be an 11 damage move once you have one of those active.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yep.
And that's like a good break point, right?
Mhm.
Like, most of Godzilla's moves are not for 11.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Do you like? Which like the Earth list, like to kind of bounce off the chaos onto the Earth list? What's the big strength of like we got the cantrip stuff, and you said like the Earth is like Queen of the Monsters and some other pieces that build things and plus to your stage,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, so the Earth build is kind of locked in the same way a little bit,
Okay.
where you'll still play Determined Advance because that card is broken.
Yeah.
And then you're going to play Queen of the Monsters, you're going to play Smashing Stomp, because those go +1.
Yeah.
Essentially, no matter what.
Mm.
Scales of Judo notwithstanding.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They never have it anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah. And then I've been playing Hunter's Ally and like 9 or 10-ish allies.
Ooh, cool. Okay.
So that so you basically always have one. Like if 1 in 6 cards is an ally, you should check one by the time you're going to play a Hunter's Ally on turn 2.
Sure.
So that goes +1. You're obviously playing Strategic Meeting, so Hunter's Ally is technically +3 in the same way that Titancliff was.
Sure.
A couple months ago.
Yeah.
Before that got banned.
Yeah.
And then the flex spot that I'm playing around with right now is Destructive Heat Ray.
Oh,
Seems really obvious that that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good stage answer, but it's 6 damage unless you spend the tokens on it, right? So it is dramatically underrated for what Godzilla's usually looking at, the like 8, 9, 10 damage range.
Yeah.
But with Determined Advance goes +2 to a check because of momentum. Destructive Heat Ray readies a thing. Queen of the Monsters builds a thing. Smashing Stomp is +1 to your check. Hunter's Ally builds a thing.
Yeah.
And could build a Strategic Meeting to go +2 to a check.
Yeah.
At a delayed rate, which is it's a little awkward sometimes. But this is the version that I think is least likely to need City Rampage.
Okay.
Because you truly don't need it to pass the checks.
Sure.
You just need your stage and your attacks to draw you some cards.
Okay.
So that you can get the density of attacks you need on turn 2 and 3 to really like go at your opponent.
Yeah. Now,
at time of recording, to give a little behind the sauce, we're Tuesday evening and the errata came out Friday, and I was at an LC all weekend.
Yeah.
So the amount of games I've played with these like post City Rampage versions are pretty low.
Yeah. True.
I've had 1 locals and a couple TTS games to kind of mess around with this. So some of this is theory craft, but it does work, right? The Destructive Heat Ray, if I were to swap it out, I truly don't know what I would swap it to. It would probably have to be something like Thrash About. I think you need the stage interaction.
Yeah, I agree. Yep. Like, so you have Godzilla's known for his potent offense, right? Like, what is like the core defensive? Like, we're talking about like the strengths and weaknesses. What's a strength of the deck that's on defense? Is it just the board wipe? Is it check hacking on blocks? Is it like inspiring song your opponent? What is the like? People know Godzilla as the offensive monster, but like he could still play defense, right?
Yeah, I don't know how much George has talked about his deck. I haven't watched any of his interviews. Sorry, gang.
Yeah, I have not watched it either.
But ultimately, like I describe Godzilla as a bend don't break style defense.
Okay.
I'm willing to take 20. I'm willing to take 25. Um,
You're wild, man. That's funny.
you're at
You're at
34.
34. You might as well use them, right? Yeah.
The way that I play defense a lot is I will hold quite often one foundation
Okay.
back,
Yeah.
and I will try to hold a block zone that I think they're playing a lot of, or
Okay.
that I know they're playing a
Yeah.
lot of,
Sure. Sure.
or has like if it's a fatal because it's fatal cleave deck or a destructive heat ray deck or whatever, I'll hold a low.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you can. If it's a
Queen of
I
the
don't know what I'm
Monsters.
punishing. If it's a Thunder
Thundersphere
Sphere Mirage deck,
Yeah.
I'll hold highs.
You'll definitely
right?
hold high. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But from there, you look for your one good block a turn.
Mhm.
And then if it looks like you're in danger, you pop an Inspiring Song.
Yeah.
And then from there, you kind of decide how deep they're going in the middle of their turn.
Mhm.
You quite often will look at the third attack, do a little bit of estimation of how much damage you can reasonably take on this turn,
Yeah.
and Godzilla check hack enhance 2 or 3 times,
Oh,
so that you can
during
block
it?
the 5th or 6th attack.
Sure. Sure. Okay. Yeah, because it does carry over in
yeah.
between attacks. So yeah.
Yeah. So the other day I had a +2 low block, and I thought that the likely string my opponent was going to go was like something into crushing impact
Sure.
for my life total.
Okay.
And so I went +2, +2, +2, had +6 to the check.
Yeah.
They weaved a destructive heat ray in there and had 2 more power tokens than I was expecting. So
No.
I didn't get to block it anyway.
Yeah,
but
sure. Sometimes they just get you. Yeah, that's the moral of the story. Yeah.
I mean, the same thing applies to like Shin Hashigeki,
Oh,
right?
sure.
Out of Titan of Terror decks.
Mm-hmm.
Your deck doesn't play speed hate.
Correct.
For the most part.
Yeah.
My decks are not playing any speed hate.
Yeah.
And so you're just blocking on like whatever foundations you have available and your Godzilla ability.
Yeah.
And so if your read is that it's Shin Hashigeki, you got a 1 mid block.
Yep.
Two attacks before the Hashigeki, you can Godzilla enhance 1 time.
Yep.
You don't have to do it ever again until the Hashigeki. You can do it a second time there, then you can't fail that block. Right?
Correct.
You got a 1 block.
Yeah.
You check on a 7 and it's good to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in my opinion, your main defensive plan is a little bit of just hit them with an Inspiring Song and hope.
That's nice. We like that.
And then like placing a well-timed block, right?
Sure. Always, yeah.
You're not a Rodan trying to preserve your life total and block everything.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a Kiryu type 3 that you want a perfect block 2 or 3 times during their turn, so you can commit half their stage while they're passing their checks.
Yeah.
You are truly like I got 34 health, man. You got 40 damage because I got 1 block.
Yeah, hell yeah. So
because you can be damn sure I have 50.
Oh yeah,
right?
for sure. And
back.
I think that's kind of like I think we talked about this in the Reign of Kaiju character excitement list. We kind of said that Angrius is kind of King of the Monsters coded to where you better have you better finish your food, right? Like, because if you don't kill him and you whiff, you are dead on the next turn. He draws any hand, and it's 20. Like, he can just 2-shot you from 30 sometimes, or even 20, easy. You know, because his moves are for 10 plus most of the time, right? And it's not even counting anything like powerful or anything like that. It's just like you have to finish him off when you get your chance, or you better know when to pump the brakes because he's gonna come at you with the fearsome nature or whatever you want to say. I don't know, man. Whatever Godzilla does.
And if they're playing the Chaos version, right, you got to be aware that the more you attack and don't kill them, the better you turn on their Walk the Dogs.
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
Which I have some feelings about Walk the Dog in the format right now.
Yeah.
But if you're a deck that's going to go in against a Godzilla and you fail, you're getting domed.
Yes, you are.
I mean, how much ever? It's going to be fast. It's going to stun you. It's going to be huge.
It's going to draw you more cards, which is what Godzilla loves to do, and then you just die. So let's talk about the one part of the character that I think it's the hardest part of the character to time is the first form, right? What are your thoughts on the first form as a King of the Monsters player? Like, what in your opinion, is the most optimal time to rip that first form, if you get the chance
After
to?
after you flip 2 short-lived promotions and don't draw lethal attacks.
That's fair. Yeah,
um,
that's fair. Okay, man.
I
Yeah.
like so going into like if you look at my Godzilla list from Louisville and Atlanta last
Yeah.
year,
Okay.
I was not playing short-lived promotion. I didn't think the deck needed it.
Sure.
I had other
Yeah.
high value stuff I wanted in that slot,
Mm-hmm.
and I just wasn't playing it.
Yeah.
As we shifted into the Worlds format, it became way more apparent that it wasn't just draw a card
Yeah.
because it enables the board wipe so well.
Correct. Yeah.
And that became a kind of a big deal. I think there are still a couple of characters where the board wipe is raw illegal.
Yeah.
You cannot board wipe into Titan of Terror if they have
Oh, sure.
any
amount
number
of
of power
Oh,
tokens
yeah,
that are
yeah.
like reasonable, right?
Correct.
You either die outright or you get put to a single digit life total and are never allowed to interact again, right?
Correct.
You have to kill them on your 2 foundations or you are dead.
Yeah.
And that feels really bad. Nago plays a high density of 3 diffs.
Yeah.
It's pretty difficult to board wipe into him. That was something we tested a lot during the Worlds format.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we saw in finals that didn't pan out.
Yeah.
But there were a couple of times in testing where I would board wipe and then eat 20 from 1 Thunder Spirit. I'm like, oh, never mind, my bad. We'll scoop them up. That was my fault.
We did that a couple times where you're like, you board wiped, and I had my hand. I'm like, Thunder Spirit at the ready. He's dead. And I was like, I kill you? It's just like, I just play the first one on a 3, check it, play the next one. It's just like, whoa, I just did 40. It's like, catch. It's like, I love that. Make him deal with it. It's funny.
Yeah, that's why you test, right?
Yeah.
You get those mistakes where you're just like, oh, my bad. You just pile up your cards in like one little motion, put them back in your deck, and try again.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like, there are 2 thoughts though on the board wipe, right? Like, if you're getting outbuilt early, it can be a good way to reset and catch up. If your opponent has a bad hand, and let's say that, like, I just don't know. It's so rare that this would happen. Let's say you think your opponent drew like 5 attacks.
Sure. Yeah.
And they played 2 of them and checked bad.
Yeah.
And then you draw all gray. You can board wipe there and like stick them with a bad hand.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yep. I've had that happen a few times. Yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of kill on 2 foundations. Without City Rampage, I'm a lot more hesitant to board wipe.
Oh, sure.
Because your ability to kill on 2 foundations is not good.
Yeah, true.
It can happen. I on Sunday I killed a Shin Godzilla from 2 foundations.
Okay, yeah.
Because I built 5 and they destroyed 3 of them on their turn.
Fair, yeah.
But like you can do it. It involves like strategic meeting into a thing, into Queen of the Monsters build a thing, into Hunter's Ally build a thing, get another momentum.
Yeah,
like,
you rebuilt your stage after the board wipe. So I think, like, would you say like the Earth version is just better at recovering after the board wipe due to that? Like, they can play the Hunter's Ally on 2 foundations, check whatever, and then just start going like on the races, like, would you say that?
I think you can build it to where it's better.
Okay.
I don't know that either of them necessarily are better than another at this point.
Sure.
Unless you're willing to forego something like strategic meeting and play Enormous X.
Oh, sure.
Which is something I was doing in last year's format. I talked a lot about breaking parity on the board wipe.
Yeah.
And so if you're willing to like stick with that kind of game plan, I think the Earth version can be better. But truly, you're just looking at like how many short-lived promotions can you find at the right time.
Sure.
If you have watched my games, which you haven't because I've been on stream like 1 time. If I have 2 short-lived and the boards are relatively even, I only flip one of them.
Sure.
Um, if I'm ahead, I flip all of them.
Yeah.
Because then I can just be an 8-hander and
And then kill you.
I
Yeah.
I will find attacks if I got 8 cards. That
Yeah.
a third of your deck is attacks. You'll draw 3, right?
Yeah. Sure.
But if the boards are relatively even, and I think the board wipe might be live, or I think that I might want to do it next turn,
Yeah.
I'll only flip one so that next turn I can do it.
You can do it again. Sure. Sure.
And so I think there's a lot of counterplay. Like Godzilla is a little bit of like a face roll, put your head on the table kind of deck, but
yeah.
there's some nuance there.
Yeah, sure.
You gotta choose your right spots. You gotta know when to stop. You gotta know when, like, my deck has 7 6s left in it and 20 cards. I can pass this, I guess, probably.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's one thing I've always liked. Like, I've always been a big hater of this character, just because I play characters who just melt to this guy if I mess up once, but I can appreciate the way the decks are built, because it's just like, I'm just here to pass checks and throw attacks, man. And there's some, it's simple, it's simplistic, like in its base, but like you said, there's nuance to it, right? Like I think that's one thing I think Jeremy has said, and I think, my conversations with him is like, King of the Monsters is a great first timer character. You just draw orange, play orange, right? Like you just slam all your moves and just do whatever, and then you don't have to think about blocking very much. Hey man, it's on you. You play 1 block a turn. Your government mandated 1 block, and then you soak the rest of it somehow, right? And I think that's really cool. That's a neat thing about the character, that it's like, was it easy to learn, lifetime to master type stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it feels a little awkward to say your ceiling is lower than some decks because the deck just won Worlds.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Like, the amount of,
would you say the floor and the ceiling are closer than most decks, though?
Sure, but like, when you say a deck wins Worlds and you're like, its ceiling is lower than other decks, that's
true. Yeah,
its ceiling is definitionally higher than other decks.
Correct.
It objectively won.
Yeah, sure, for real. Yeah.
So like, but I think, like, there's been a lot of discussion on aggro decks in general the last while. Like, aggro decks have been good going into Worlds. They've been excellent post rotation. The math is just in your favor, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, 2/3 of your deck is 5s.
Yeah.
And then, like, what, 1/8 of those are 6s.
Yeah.
So, the math is just in your favor to pass your checks. And
Correct.
so if your plan into Godzilla is he'll check a 3, bad plan. That's just not. It's statistically not going to happen.
It's very rare that, like, you need a 3 and he checks a 3. It's very rare sometimes, right? Yeah.
And they can mitigate it a lot, right? You got the number of times I've been like, even recently, since I've been testing post City Rampage, where I'm like, I don't want to. I only have 3 foundations. I don't want to play Determinate Advance and commit my finally 3.
Yeah.
I go Smashing Stomp. I checked a 5 on that one. Cool. We were safe to play the Determined. But now I get to go Smashing Stomp +1, Inspiring Stomp +1. Finally free, get a momentum. I'll play the Determined on a 7.
Yeah.
With +2.
Yep.
Get a second momentum, and now I can play 4 attacks on 3 foundations because of my sequencing.
Correct. Yeah. Yep. And that's
that nuance didn't matter before. You just played City Rampage and then Determined Advance, and you killed your opponent.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. Because I was talking, me and Colby were talking in the Rodan deck, the how-to, is that there's more nuance. Like, sure, it's blocky McBlock face. This guy's McTacky face. But it's at the core, but as you branch out, there's just more decision trees. Like you said, sequencing is huge in both decks, right? So, and I think that's something that is really cool with no matter what deck you're playing, except for Titan of Terror. It's really cool to have, like, that sequencing matter in a lot of time. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you just check all 5s and you win, but, like, sometimes you do check that spot 3 where it's like, man, I really wish I'm glad I played that first into, like, if you would have checked a 3 in with that Smashing Stomp, you still got your +1, your +1. Then you're like, okay, cool. I'm safe to play this next one statistically.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, you're pretty safe on average. So, um,
Yeah, there's it's so good to level up with a deck like this
mhm,
where your step one is like, yeah, I play my high diff moves that generate a momentum into my 5 diffs, and then I do the thing.
mm,
But like the level up is learning when that's not right.
correct. Yeah. So now we've talked about the strengths, like how good, like the offense, what it can do on defense. What's its biggest glaring issue in your opinion?
King Ghidorah 2.
True.
um,
Fair. Okay, man. Fair.
I, and people are going to be in the comments saying you just have Chinatown,
Yeah.
which is fair.
Which is fair. Yeah.
But one, you got to draw it.
True.
Two, you got to have like 3 of them.
Facts.
Whatever, right? Like,
Yeah.
they still got it 2 more times after you Chinatown, after
Mhm.
you Chinatown protect the first one.
Yeah.
And that deck is incredibly aggressive. It can just kill you back.
Yeah. True.
And so I think that's this is pre-City Rampage errata. Over the course of 2 LCs, I lost twice to Titan of Terror and twice to King Ghidorah 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so like Titan of Terror obviously is like a menace of the format.
Sure.
We've talked about that.
Yeah.
It just is incredibly high value stuff. The other stuff I think that can interrupt Godzilla is like stage destruction. It needs to get rolling to pass the checks.
Yeah. True.
Build with Doubt's a big one. If you're playing against the Chaos one, don't enable Walk the Dog.
Oh, sure.
Just like don't commit your foundations until
Yeah.
you're ready to kill them or blow them up while you're doing it. Momentum hate is pretty big. There's a little bit of sequencing where a lot of the time it doesn't matter, but the times where it does are super important.
Yeah. Sure.
When you can snap, when you can like, what's the fire card?
Radiant Visage. Yeah, Visage.
The momentum off of Finally Free. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like you never really get the momentum off of Strategic Meeting or Determined Advance because they just spend it as their first enhance of whatever attack they go through.
Correct.
But you can snipe the Finally Free pretty easily.
Yeah.
And so if you can keep them off of it, you can defend a lot better. Rodan is classically good into Godzilla.
Yeah.
Minus speed all their moves and block them all.
Yeah. Unless there's like 3 Determined Advance back to back to back. That's really the traditional.
Sure,
way. That's the traditional way of killing him with this character, right?
That is how I killed him most of the time, right? You hit him with 2 Determined Advances for 18, and then you EX 9 Smashing Stomp, and you're like, I don't know, brother, die.
Facts.
But like some of the cards I liked to even that matchup up, like Web of Blades, are rotated.
Yeah.
So you have to like pack a good sideboard plan for Rodan. Consistent resets are pretty good. Whether it's Idun box type stuff, normalcy type stuff.
Sure.
Invincible Body is incredibly good. The deck very rarely plays stage damage pump.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Outside of maybe a monster aggression or the Earth version, if you're playing Destructive Heat Ray, might have some power tokens.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But like if you get to first enhance Invincible Body, a 10 damage move to 0, the most you're taking off of it is like 2.
2. Yeah. Because some lists still
most of the time.
Yeah,
everyone's right.
Some of them still play Titanic combat, right? Like so you could take 2, but not all lists, but it's out there, right? You could play it, but yeah.
And a Destructive Heat Ray list is likely to have Titanic because it's ready itself.
Yeah.
And so you could take 6 off of a Destructive Heat Ray if they spend all of their resources into it after you Invincible Body it. But
I mean, I think that's a win though.
You probably won that exchange, right? Like you spent 1, they spent like several.
True. Yeah. Yeah. Very true.
As long as you're not dead to it.
Yeah. Would you say like asset answers or like you said Eden box, but like Cape, Genkai's Guidance, stuff like filled with doubt, because like the deck doesn't play a lot of answers for those those types of cards, right?
There's not like at least my decks are playing almost none.
Yeah.
I just like got me. Again, you better have 34.
Sure.
Because I'm just coming back next turn.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
But yes, I think those are all good answers.
Yeah.
I think if you're a deck that can then reapply pressure after you get your snap answer out of your hand or out of your asset or whatever.
Yeah.
You could really capitalize on it and
capitalize
punish
back. Yeah. Okay.
You have to be a patient player. Don't cape the first one. It'll be okay.
Just don't do it.
I promise. There's more coming.
Yeah, there's always more. There's always more. I've learned because like my local Austin has played this character exclusively, I think, since right before Louisville, right? And he got an awakening running into you in Swiss. You know, that's his PTSD, his Godzilla PTSD. The man was.
He doesn't deserve that. I was God's favorite.
I know, but I have to make sure he stays humble. So I say this all the time. But that's something that he's been. I've had plenty of experience into this character where it's just like, well, man, I blocked your first 3, and he's like, Heat Ray on a 10, I chuck a 10, you just die. Like there's always more every turn, right? And granted, I haven't talked to him about it since post City Rampage errata, but like. You built a strategic meeting on 1 and you have a rampage and 4 attacks. You're probably going to town, right? Like,
yeah.
So
that's gonna happen still.
Yeah.
But the goal of the City Rampage errata was not to eliminate Godzilla as a viable character.
Correct.
It was to reduce the amount of times he's turn 2ing people.
Correct. Very true. Very true.
And I think the errata does that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it pans out if people just abandon playing it altogether.
Yeah.
In favor of just like putting better cards in your deck.
Yeah. Like Scanlan's hand, that could work. You know, like stuff like that. Yeah. If you want to. Yeah.
It's a sideboard card for sure. You gotta pack some of them.
Yeah,
but,
for sure. Sideboard.
I don't know. If you watch the Mighty Meeple stream, I sideboarded them in against Biolante.
Yeah.
And then lost game 2.
Oh, gross.
So then I was like, never mind, I'm on the play. Back to City Rampage. And I killed him.
Yeah, exactly. So, long story short, you never should have sided him anyways because you could have just killed them anyways, right? Like, you didn't need it. Like,
I did not do one specific set of math after the board wipe. And he had the thing that I didn't account for.
Gotcha.
Which was play Acidic Sludge, don't check a 3.
Oh.
Stack 2 6s and pick up 2 Growing Grasps.
Fair. Nice. That sounds great.
So I don't know. I died.
Yeah, you died. Yeah,
I took like 25 off of no foundations.
That's wild. What a format are we in right now? This is wild. But yeah, like the character still has sauce. I don't think he's ever gonna lose his mojo just because it's just King of the Monsters, right? Like he can mitigate his weaknesses by playing just like I like saying what's the famous saying, the most potent defense is the best defense, the most potent offense. You just keep your opponent on their back foot the entire time, and they never can step forward, and that's what this character does. And he's he's like relentless. He just comes at you. You know you're getting 9 to 11 damage bombs every move. You have to it's a third of your health. That's half a health in some characters, right?
And in some cases they could be even bigger. I don't know if you watched the UK LC that got streamed.
Okay.
Patriot maybe.
Yeah, it's Patriot.
Nathan James was playing Godzilla.
Okay. And
was playing the Sky Piercing Heat Ray.
Oh, that card.
1/1 for all your 5 diffs.
Ooh, that card's huge.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
Depending on what symbol you're playing, I think Growing Grass was probably just better.
Probably, yeah.
But I think he was on Chaos, so obviously Growing Grass doesn't have Chaos.
Yeah.
But don't think they're only for 10 unless you know they're not playing that one because they might hit you for 15.
Yeah. And we always know.
I can see a lot of decks playing that at a 2 of.
Yeah.
To just say this is my closer.
Yeah.
That is for your the rest of your life when
total.
you thought I was one move short.
Like you need to have like a hand answer or an asset answer because your stage is probably committed anyways. Because like from blocking other things and that last attack is. That's usually the one that gets you. Is the one that, and I got this last one, and it's just like, well, I guess you got me, bud. Like it's just the way it goes.
Yeah. I mean, we saw it. My top 16 match against George at Worlds. There was a lot of back and forth. Game 3 ultimately came down to like he played a string, he played a determined advance. I Genkai's guidanced it and said, "What are you gonna do?" And he just played another determined advance, and I was like, "All right, buddy, you got it."
You got it, yeah. Oh yeah, yep. Sometimes they just got it, man. You can't help it, right? It's just the way it is.
But that's any character, right?
Yeah,
like
true.
Nago could just have it. Rodan can kill you now. Rodan can get a momentum and ice sword you for 13 or whatever.
Yeah, it's true.
And so, like, I don't think I would worry too much about the turn 2 high rolls out of Godzilla, but I would absolutely make sure your turn 3 defense is locked down.
Yeah, true.
Because that guy's coming for 100 if he gets a big stage.
He's just like he's on his tail, sliding across with his feet up. He's just gonna kick you to death, So
it would take me a second to find it, but I took a picture of one of my card pools.
Yeah,
like in the LCs format.
Okay.
It was 8 cards.
Hell yeah, that's sick. I can appreciate
City Rampage and 7 attacks out of my 6-hander.
That's wild.
And I had cards in hand.
That is just their game right now.
There were not more attacks. I was done.
Yeah,
but
sure. But like that's like a whole nother conversation, right? About how our game draws so many cards. Is really our hand size really our hand size, right? Like so, that's a different conversation. But
but without City Rampage, that turn is.
Oh sure, you can't. Yeah. And I would say that's a weakness, right? Like you do play 5 diff and 6 diff moves. Like unless you hit the Yahtzee on turn 2, you may poke. Test the waters, see what happens. If you have a finally free, we'll see what happens, like that's just now that is just fine, right? Like
Hadir is very good.
Oh,
if
sure.
If they're on Queen of the Monsters or Hunter's Ally.
Oh yeah.
Blocking with Queen and shoving a 1 to the top of their deck, even if they've check back, it is a 3.
Yeah.
And that is super problematic quite often. Right?
Yeah.
This deck is doing a lot of math of like the lowest I can check is a 5. We're good here.
Yeah.
And when you force them into check a 3,
it kind of
if they didn't have a momentum, check
done.
a 1, we're done here, baby.
Yeah. True.
Except for that one time. Sorry, Jacob.
Rest in peace.
He blocked like a Hunter's Ally with a Hadir.
Sure.
And stacked it, and then I played. I had +2 to my check to play an attack.
Yeah.
So I played a 1 diff card draw. Card.
Yeah.
Checked my 1, and then played a Queen of the Monsters on a 6 and built it.
Oh wow, that's dirty, man. That's so dirty. But hey, that's a heads-up play though. That's a heads-up play. It's heads-up play. It happens.
Sometimes you just are better than your opponent.
Sometimes, yeah. All right, so as we end it, any final words about the King of the Monsters? Any final thoughts?
When this character wins another event, I don't want to see y'all crashing out. They touched the card you hated, but I do think this character will win another event in his lifetime. I think this character is still very good.
Yeah, he's very good. Okay, cool. All right, everyone. Thanks again. Thanks, Zach, for coming on moment's notice. I know I kind of just said, hey, man, let's do this. You're like all good about it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to come say hi in Chicago. We're going to be there. It's going to be fun. And we'll all be crashing out because Godzilla will still be winning an event without City Rampage. I don't know what to tell you, man. But anywho.
God, I hope so.
We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.